Welcome, guys, to the Beacon of Nick. Just a forewarning, this video may contain spoilers for Avengers Endgame, and I hope you all enjoy. All right, and we are live. Welcome, everybody. This is the Beacon of Nick. Today we're gonna have a really special video for you guys. You guys are gonna watch me watch the Avengers Endgame trailer. I'm gonna play it all the way through, and then I will actually pause the video and comment and kind of give you guys my interpretation of what's going on. I'm so excited about this. I usually watch this trailer at least once per day, so I thought I'd just share it with you guys. And now that I've watched it plethora of times, hopefully I can give you guys some good input, and cause I read a lot about it too, so hopefully I can give you guys a good input as to what's going on. I guess I will give you guys a warning. What I'm talking about might contain spoilers. I don't know for sure yet because I don't really know how the movie's going to play out, obviously, but I have a good intuition. I think I have a good understanding of how the movie's going to play out. So if you guys are interested, if you want my interpretation, now's the time. I tried to cast the Marvel Studios logo to my TV, but it just doesn't look that good. Marvel looks like a giant white rectangle. So, all right, guys, let's get into it. Every time I see this trailer, I just get goosebumps, man. All right, we're gonna replay it from this very.
God, seems like 1,000.
All right, I'm gonna put my headphones on too. I love how the trailer starts and they're showing the clip from the first Iron Man movie. It just ties this all together so well. All right, I'm ready. I'll let it play through the entire.
God, seems like 1,000 years ago. I fought my way out of that cave, became Iron Man. Realized I loved you. I know I said no more surprises, but I was really hoping to pull off one last one.
The world has changed. None of us can go back. All we can do is our best. And sometimes the best that we can do is to start over.
I saw all these people die. I keep telling everybody they should move on. Some do, but not us.
Even if there's a small chance, we owe this to everyone who's not in this room to try.
We will. Whatever it takes. Whatever it takes.
Whatever it takes.
Whatever it takes. I like this one.
It is lit. That gets me so hyped every time. So here we go. I'm gonna play the trailer again one more time for you guys, and I'm gonna pause it and kind of give you guys some of my opinions on what's going on and what we can expect from the movie, because I am so excited for this. Oh my god! Every time I watch it, I get that much more excited. So if you guys notice in the first couple scenes of this trailer, obviously you guys see everything's in red. I think they they chose to only leave the color red in with the black and white just to give us the interpretation that this is like really a dark time. They're showing memories and whatnot, and obviously the Marvel Studios is red, so that's also part of the reason why they left the red color in there. But it's to kind of show us all these memories and make us reminisce about the good times and how the characters started and where they came from, and now, and then it bleeds into the rest of the trailer. And obviously, the trailer, the tone of this trailer is a dark tone, and it's really trying to get us. Basically, it's like the Infinity War ended, and it plunged us right into the pit of despair. And then this movie starts, and we're still in the pit of despair. And this trailer is just kind of reminding us where we're at, and it's kind of showing us like how hopeless a lot of this seems. And so here we go.
God, seems like 1,000 years ago. I fought my way out of that cave,
That is such an iconic moment.
became Iron Man,
You see Tony's helmet.
realized I loved you.
That arc reactor is my favorite, one of my favorite memorabilia.
I know I said no more
any of the Marvel
surprises,
movies.
but I was really hoping to pull off one last one.
As you see there, Tony is stuck in space. He's on the Benatar, not the Milano. The Milano is gone from Guardians of the Galaxy, so he is currently on the Benatar. He is with Nebula. They left Titan, and they used the Guardian ship because they actually crash landed the ship that they got there on. They were on the Black Order ship, and that crash landed, so they are on their own ship now. And we don't know how they get back home. My interpretation is, if you noticed in the first trailer, Tony used the word rescue. He said, there's no sign of rescue. I can't remember the exact quote. With no sign of being rescued. And if anybody's familiar with the comics, you guys know that Pepper Potts has a suit that Tony made for called the rescue suit. And the rescue suit essentially is designed to, if Tony's ever in a pinch, Pepper can throw the suit on and she can go help him. And I'm almost sure this part of the that part of that trailer was talking about how that was kind of foreshadowing this. So maybe he designs a way for the ship to make it close to Earth, and it doesn't quite make it, but then Pepper can actually put the suit on and rescue Tony, and we will get Tony back on Earth. That is my hope. That's what I'm thinking is going to happen. So that's my opinion. So we will see. But I love the shot of him looking out through the front of the Benatar, looking into space. It's a very hopeless shot.
The world has changed.
And this is my favorite part of the trailer. Well, one of my favorite parts of the trailer. I'm biased, but the part with Steve right here is just something I adore.
None of us can go back.
This part of the trailer, god dang it, if this is the part where Hawkeye loses his family, it's going to be so traumatic because, so let me give you guys some backstory on this too. The girl you see shooting the arrow is almost certainly Hawkeye's daughter. It is not Kate Bishop. Kate Bishop is a female in the Marvel comic universe that actually dons the alias Hawkeye, but she is not Hawkeye's biological daughter in the comics. But people are saying that this is Kate Bishop or it's his daughter. I think it could be both. I think they're going to change Kate Bishop's origin story, and maybe this is us seeing Kate Bishop for the first time actually wield that bow and arrow, which is amazing. I hope that's true. But I think this is going to be the scene that opens in Endgame. I'm really positive about that. Just because it'll start us off on the right note. Hawkeye's going to be out having a picnic with his family. He's on house arrest. He's not really on house arrest, but he's on probation or whatever after the Civil War and the Sokovian Accords. He's shooting the bow and arrow with his daughter. She gets a bullseye. They're celebrating, and I almost think he's going to go for the high five, and she is totally going to start turning into dust. That is my thought. She's going to basically just start withering away. He'll look back at his family, and they'll be blowing away in the wind or something like that. They'll be dust. And later in the trailer, you will see that Hawkeye actually ends up in Japan, and he's fighting the Yakuza. And the Yakuza are essentially Japanese gangsters. I don't know what causes Hawkeye to go fight terrorism, but we will eventually see that. So hopefully that turns into something cool. And if you notice in the trailer right now, sorry, this is a long pause, but we're hearing Peggy Carter actually speak. It's a quote from Iron Man, or it's a quote from Captain America: Civil War. Oh no, that might be the Winter Soldier when she's on her deathbed. I'm sorry. But she says the world has changed.
All we can do is our best. And sometimes the best that we can do is to start over.
All right. So she says the world has changed. Sometimes the best thing that we can do is to start over, essentially. So take that for what it is. I wouldn't think too much into that, but that actually might give us some insight. You know, maybe to actually fix what happened with Thanos' snap, you have to go back to the starting point and the true starting point. Not when he snapped, not Infinity War. You have to go change the entire every single domino that fell in the specific order that it fell in order for Infinity War to happen. Maybe you have to go back and change every domino. Who knows? And again, we're seeing flashbacks from past movies as Cap carrying Peggy's casket from, and God, I hope I'm not wrong. I hope I am wrong about this, but that might be foreshadowing that something might happen to Steve.
I saw all these people die.
He had the chance to actually prevent all of this. If he would have aimed that axe for Thanos' head, he would have had the chance to actually change the entire outcome of what happened after Infinity War. Thanos would never have snapped. We wouldn't have lost half the population. Thanos would have lost.
I keep telling everybody they should move on. Some do, but not us.
Even if there's
So we see Scott Lang outside the quantum realm. For any of you guys that saw Ant-Man and the Wasp, I don't want to spoil anything, but he gets trapped in the quantum realm. Ant-Man does. And you see everybody else that was outside the quantum realm with him disappear. We don't know how he got out. One of the girls that was with Scott was actually talking about how in the quantum realm, time and space sort of they don't play by the same rules. It operates differently in the quantum realm. And she said, look out for any space vortexes or time vortexes, I should say. And my philosophy is that he ends up finding a time vortex. He might get shot out. What I think is going to happen is he's going to get shot out right after Captain Marvel ends, and he's going to meet with Nick Fury right when Nick Fury realizes that he needs to put a team together, and then Nick Fury is going to help him escape and get back to 5 years into the future, 5 years after Infinity War happens. And I think that is when he comes out. He has a lot more knowledge about the snap, and that is how Nick Fury learns about the snap in general. I think. I don't really know. It's confusing because in the quantum realm, I don't think Scott even knows about the snap. But I think at some point he will be the one to inform Nick Fury about the snap, and then Nick Fury will know when to press the pager, and he knows he's going to save the pager for a very special occasion, and then he knows that the snap will happen. So that's why he didn't want to waste the page on any other time. He wanted to make sure the first time that he pages Captain Marvel, it is a dire emergency. He knows that the rest of he knows that everything's going to be okay. He knows that the universe is going to continue on. Everyone's going to mostly be okay up until the point of the snap, and that is the next calamity of when she's needed.
there's a small chance we owe this.
In the same tech, I think Ant-Man's knowledge of traversing time through the quantum realm will provide us with the solution as to how the Avengers will end up beating Thanos. They can use the quantum realm to go back through time. And go back through the first 18 movies of this beautiful, amazing franchise that is the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and he will be able to collect. They will be able to go through all the movies and collect the stones, or maybe copy the stones. And maybe once Thanos finds out what their plan is, he will be trying to chase them down, maybe in current time or maybe throughout time, in order for him to achieve his goal and maybe prevent them from stopping what he started already. As you can see, Thanos' plan really does not seem to be going to plan, because he thought that when he snapped, it would create
To everyone who's not
a utopia where everyone's going to be able to survive and there's going to be enough resources. But that is not necessarily what happens. You see a lot of these cities that are abandoned.
in this room to try.
I love the relationship between Natasha and Clint, because it's a non-romantic relationship, but it's just it's almost like a brother and sister relationship, and that's one of my favorites in all of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Love that scene with Rocket.
Whatever it takes.
I think Thor right here is actually this is actually going to be in Infinity War. It's going to be showing him throwing the axe from his perspective because he's wearing the same clothes. So this is going to be right before he chucks the axe right at Thanos, and maybe this is him remembering like, oh my god, if I could just go back and chuck it again and aim for the head, that would have solved all of our problems. And Nebula,
Whatever it takes.
Whatever it takes.
This scene right here is my favorite scene. That is a beautiful scene of Cap. I hope this might be one of the last scenes that he ever fights in if he does not make it out of this movie. I'll be a big ball of tears.
Whatever it takes.
And you hear Tony right there say, "Whatever it takes." So essentially, I think that means that like they don't know if this is going to work. But they're going to do whatever it takes to make sure this is successful. And this is my favorite shot of the entire trailer. I already said that earlier, but this is actually my favorite shot of the trailer. I actually ordered a sweatshirt, and it's going to be almost the exact same thing that they're wearing in this spot. So I think what happens is Tony actually invents nanoparticle quantum realm suits. And that's how they're going to be wearing this. And my thought is maybe the nanotech that he actually invents, maybe those suits can actually appear to be any other suit that they wear, because we see Tony, we see all these characters wearing all of their suits they were wearing in prior movies. So maybe to blend in and not disrupt the timeline, they just use the nanotech suits to change their appearance. You see Captain America wearing the stealth suit. You've seen all these other characters wearing different suits. So maybe the nanotech that they're wearing right here can actually change. I love these suits so much. Oh my god! This is the walk that goes down in this movie. And we have Avengers Endgame. And if you notice here, Captain Marvel. It's interesting because her movie ended so long ago, and we don't know where she's been the entire time since the movie actually happened. She flew off with the Skrulls. I'm sorry if I spoiled anything for you guys. I'm gonna make sure I put a spoiler warning in this clip. But yeah, so this is gonna be a very evolved form of Captain Marvel. This is not gonna be Captain Marvel right after her movie ended. This is gonna be her with 30 plus years, or probably 20 plus years of experience, learning how to use her powers and to develop her as a character. So she looks a little more mature in this picture too. She looks like she's a little bit older. I don't know how her abilities allow her to age, if she ages at a normal pace or if she ages like expedited aging or aging at slowed down. We will see. I love this because Thor's right here is trying to figure out what she's all about, and he's basically going to see if she flinches when he summons the axe. So we'll see this. Not even a flinch. I love how he grabbed the hammer and then she looked down at it like it was nothing. I think right now, in terms of brute power on the Avengers team, I think these two are probably rivaled. Thor is omnipotent. She's omnipotent. Yeah, it'll be cool. These are two of the strongest creatures that have ever been Avengers before on the same team, and they're looking at each other, and I think it's a mutual respect because he knows how strong she probably is, and she probably understands how strong he is. And then he says,
I like this one.
I like this one. That's basically it. So, yeah, guys, I'm so excited for this movie. I hope I broke this down for you in a way that was easy to digest. I hope I didn't spoil too much. I'm sure I spoiled a decent amount. I'm just really excited for this movie. Like I said, I'm really excited to see if they show us what happened to Captain Marvel after that movie. Maybe we'll get a backstory in this movie. Maybe like a quick couple minute thing where we see her fly. My theory is that she flies to Xandar, and I think the Xandarians, they actually take the Skrulls in, and they leave them, and they let them take refuge there. And then that shows us why in Guardians of the Galaxy Ronan has such a grievance with the Nova Corps on Xandar. Maybe that's why he invaded. He was trying to go kill the rest of the Skrulls that he didn't actually eliminate during Captain Marvel. That is my theory. And maybe the reason that we did not see the fight of Xandar on in Infinity War is because Captain Marvel is actually part of the Battle of Xandar. Maybe she's actually on Xandar. Maybe when Thanos invades, maybe she actually does show up, but it's too late already. Maybe it's too late. Thanos takes off. She tries to chase him. She can't chase him. maybe she's busy doing something else during that battle. And I think we're gonna get a lot more backstory during Endgame. Thank you guys for watching this video. I'm trying to make this kind of short, but hope I broke it down for you guys. Hope you guys have an awesome Monday. Thank you so much. I should be posting this later today. So thank you guys.